How's Cebu gonna look like when it snows? Well, this is how it's gonna look like. I'm here at an old church, and we're gonna take this and turn it into this.
There's just so much left
All
to say.
this snow.
Wanna get to know you in every kind of way.
Hey guys, welcome to our first video of What If. I mean, can you imagine if some things weren't the regular thing you ever thought of? What if DC mixed with Marvel? I mean, their heroes were merged together. Ever think of that? Or what if there's a certain fruit like a mango and an apple mixed together? Wait a minute, that's existing. They call it a mango-apple. No, mango apple. Apple mango. No, it does exist. Apple mango does exist. So that's not included in our what if. Of course not. That's a fact. No, let's do that again. This is our first what if video. That came out way better. So we're thinking, since, climate's been very fickle lately, it's been changing from hot to cold. I mean, North America right now is really hot. Considering that I'm from Vancouver, and Vancouver right now is under a heat wave at very extreme situations, under extreme heat. That's kind of unthinkable, but it's happening now. So our team here was thinking maybe in the tropics, specifically Cebu. We were thinking, what if? What if Cebu snowed? Let's do that. What if Cebu snowed? We're thinking, since we've traveled that far, the US, they've got different climates, Cebu, we're thinking maybe we could switch climates. And what would it look like if Cebu did snow? That's the question right there. What would it look like? What would it take? Well, how would people adjust to the weather? Would it be something people would really adjust to? How would vehicles take it? What would your house look like if it snowed? And what would happen to the materials if it snowed? These are like questions that boggled in our head. This is the video for it. Oh, for me, it would be like, there are three factors to it. What would people do? What would the roads be like? Or how would your vehicles take it? I mean, because people need to travel from one place to another. The only problem we'd have would be typhoons, heavy rains, floods, never the temperature. So the third one would be, how would living conditions be? Could the houses withstand the kind of climate? So these are the three factors that I was thinking about. The people, how would people adjust? Vehicles and travel or roadways, how would they travel? Third would be, how would the structures be? Could they withstand the weather? So here's number one. When we were young, we'd complain about what we wore. We'd look forward to summer. We'd be looking forward to summer. Or we were trying to wish for a place without any snow. In Toronto, it'd snow heavy, really heavy. I mean, the weather would be brutal. So we'd wear 2 pairs of socks, long johns. I mean, if it really was heavy, we'd wear 2 pairs of pants. One would be your pants, like jeans. Or outside would be something nylon or something waterproof. Then we'd have the underwear for like a sleeveless underwear, a t-shirt, then a sweatshirt, then a sweater, if not like a sweater vest, put in the scarf, then the jacket over it, and if it really snowed that heavy, we'd wear another snowsuit over everything else. So that'd be like a minimum of 4 layers or 5. That's what we wore every winter. And that'd go on for like 4 to 6 months, and we'd complain. And then the boots. That doesn't even cover headwear. We have to wear a hat or a bonnet and then the hood over it. We'd walk around like walking snowmen, so that thick. If you were in Cebu, we're kind of used to t-shirts. I mean, not even. Some people just walk half naked. They'd wear sleeveless shirts, a thin pair of shorts, and flip-flops. So how would they adjust? That'd be tough. The adjustment they have to go through would be really expensive to adjust all that. The adjustment, the cost, and the whole entire wardrobe would entirely change. We drove from Mandaue, Kabangkalan, then Talamban, all the way down to, if you notice, the road that we're taking is the Talamban road all the way down to AS Fortuna. So pretty easy driving around during a pretty warm day, and the way we're going to do this is we're going to convert the whole road with snow in it. So snow, without snow, without snow, with snow. So that's how it's going to look like. Now, I was looking at the footage with the snow on it. It's twice the effort. I was thinking the tires, they'd slip. If the snow was thick, it'd take a while for you to drive and traction would be there a little bit. But if the snow was just building up, it just fell over, and it was just beginning to cover the road, that would be really slippery for a typical car to drive through. So I don't know if it's enough to put in chains yet, but if it were in Cebu, I'd consider the roads to be really dangerous if there was snow. Why? One would be drainage. In Canada and the US, they'd have drainage to be covered. I mean, would be underneath the sidewalk and would be covered all the way through. In Cebu, we've got open canals, we've got open drainage, and such thing, if it were frozen, it would expand and spew out over the road. So that'd be slush mixed with sanitary sanitary issues and the smell, and we'd have objects mixed up, oil. So it'd be really, really slippery and dangerous. Now, considering the tires that we're going to be using, whether it's going to be really wide or narrow, it's not really snow compatible. So we'd really expect a lot of accidents if it snowed here in Cebu. Drainage would be the number one contributor. Second would be signage. In Canada, miles away, you'd already see the sign. They're that big. Considering that Canada has been used to having snow around, fogging, the blur, and everything else. Here in Cebu, we've got signages. They're there, but for hot places. They didn't consider the flurries. So if we did have snow, we'd have a hard time looking at them. Road signages, road paints, crosswalks, really be difficult to be looking at people, bystanders walking on the side. And another thing for the roads would be vegetation, the trees. If it did snow and snow came over the trees, I don't think they could carry the weight of the snow and ice, so that'd be a problem with icicles falling on windshields, or even yet widowmakers or branches falling off. Time issues, it'd fall like a domino effect. Traffic would be slow, communication would be hard, and the vehicles wouldn't be equipped with heaters, so it'd just be a total chaos. So that'd be my 2 cents for roads and travel. How slippery is it going to be? Is there going to be black ice, the blur, the winds, car in front of me? And I'm thinking about people crossing, the flurry is still going on. So these are some concerns if it did snow down here. Finally, my third issue would be housing. If it did snow here, there'd be so many issues about the type of houses or the design of the house that would be built here locally in Cebu. But for housing, that would be a really big problem if it did snow down here in Cebu, because first of all, we don't have insulation. That's just part of it. Even the roof design. We have so many decks, we've got so many flat roofs, we've got so many open gutters. Even the material couldn't take the weight of the snow if it did freeze over. I mean, if the snow did fall and it started freezing, it creates some weight. So a flat roof would be a problem because it create that weight in between, or even yet, I mean, the whole weight of that snow being caught on that certain plane would be a really big problem. Caving in. The gutters would expand, the downspouts would expand and break. If you had a water tank, I would suggest draining it, because if you didn't drain it, it would expand and just break that water tank. Even your pipes, if it weren't galvanized iron or steel pipes, if it were plastic pipes, typical PVC, they just break off because the water inside the pipes would expand and just break that pipe. The windows, if it weren't double pane, it wouldn't take in that much cold. It'd just break, and because of the moisture, the whole ice thing would just coat the whole piece of glass and just break it off. The electrical fixtures, they have to be really waterproof and temperature proof, so that'd be a problem. So I could name so many things. I mean, if it did snow down here, I'd create a list of things right away to do, like drain your pipes would be one, drain your tank, make sure your roof is accessible so you can take that snow off right away before it freezes, creates that weight. Check on your windows, probably put in shutters so that windows won't freeze, or the moisture on those windows won't really break the glass. The walls, to adjust the temperature, you'd have to cover those windows with, if you had carpets, if you had fabric, just to insulate your house a bit. These are just a few items. If it did snow, what if it did snow? So there you go, there you have it. This is just imagination, for imagination purposes. This has nothing to do with prediction or anything else, but I'm just thinking of a little bit of the what if for entertainment purposes. You know, it doesn't hurt to have a little bit of imagination working. Yeah, so Cebu, what if Cebu snowed?
There's just so much left to say. Wanna get to know you in every kind of way, but you speak it in tongues. You take the breath from my lungs. It should be.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it kind of opened your mind a little bit to the possibilities of climate change, or possibilities if Cebu did snow. Don't forget to like, subscribe. If you have any comments, please feel free to send me a message. We'd really appreciate it. We'd be very open to more what ifs. If you have any more suggestions, like what if there were more flying vehicles out there? What would it look like? Hovering machines, or non-degrading chewing gum? What if the aliens have already been here? These are what ifs. So again, feel free to send me an email of your suggestions. We'd be very open to it, and hope you enjoyed this video. So again, I'll catch you on our next video.